Good evening, sir. I am Anushya doing my second year BCom at Christ University.
Good evening, sir. I am Pratika. I am doing my second year BCom at Christ University.
So here we are having Mr. Ayush, co-founder of Just Shawarma. Sir, can you tell us more about yourself?
Good evening, guys. So to start off with, please know, sir. Call me Ayush.
Yes.
So you want to know about the Just Sharma story?
Sir, we want to know more about yourself first.
Myself. Okay. So I was born in the Alain, brought up in Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior. 10 years of schooling was in Gwalior. And I hail from Kerala.
Okay.
Originally from Kerala, Kochi.
Okay.
Yes. And I did my BCom honors from Christ. Rishikesh sir was my professor as well, just how he is for you guys. Yeah, so that's the personal side of things.
Okay, sir. How did you start your business, sir?
So I always wanted to start something of my own. The concept or how it occurred to me was so my father or somebody whom I look up to, my mentor. My father is also a mentor for me. He is also somebody who's into business. So he was somebody who used to guide us always in terms of, be it in terms of business or things. So somewhere I believe that's where the, what do you say, I got the hang of starting something of my own. So this kida of starting something was always there. It was like few concepts which was there in the head during college. All of us, we have a lot of time, right? Like for me, my most of my time, I mean, the professors used to get so worked up because I will be in the backbench and sleeping. And obviously, like we have, during college, you have a lot of free time apart from our
Studies.
Course studies, apart from the studies, whatever it demands. Still, there's a lot of time that's there with us. So somewhere, I mean, I always used to love to spend a lot of time with friends and all that. Then somewhere I was like, okay, it's like a lot of waste of time. So why not put it into something productive? That's how I was like, okay, let's start something of our own. It was 2-3 concepts. One was just shawarma. One was like a bike taxi concept, something like today's Rapido. And another one which was pitched in by another friend was a junkyard cafe. The other two business proposals we rolled out because of the investment. The kind of investment that the other two needed was a little heavy. And when you're starting something of your own, you want to take your first step small, right?
Yes, sir.
And this plan of how we started our Just Shawarma brand from the scratch, it was say a very small 20-30 square feet outlet. And the first one was at Jayanagar Jain College, which was a 30 square feet outlet. The one at Christ was even smaller. The one that was outside Christ was even smaller. That was a 20 square feet outside a bakery. So the smaller concept, so the business, I mean, the investment was also minimal. It was say hardly each partners we had put in around 75,000. Each partner we had put in. Yeah.
Sir, when we went through to get to know about Just Shawarma, we saw that when you started your first outlet, due to some unforeseen situations of the market, you had to close that and you bounced back from there. So what made you or what helped you to bounce back from that point?
So I believe, see, for us, the issue initially was that, I mean, when you're starting something, especially when you trying to get into business, you are naive and you don't know how the market is, how the market works, how things work, right? Yes. So for us, when we started, we were like, okay, we kind of gave our hard-earned or hard borrowed money to somebody whom we found on the internet. and we gave him all the amounts, advance, everything to make the kiosk ready and the equipments and everything. This person happened to be a fraud. We had found this contact on the internet, and that was like a down point for us. Like, we were all pepped up, we had done all our branding, we had done all the menu, logos, everything, and then we got into the structure part, like in terms of the kiosk, in terms of the equipments and everything. And we went ahead and gave him almost 70%, almost 50% advance we gave this guy.
Okay.
That point in time, that 75,000 rupees, that was like, it really mattered, because that was like your seed money, right, which we had borrowed from family.
Okay.
So that point in time, we had gone really low, and I was like, okay, we need to get this guy. And we tried to hunt him down, in terms of, we went to the address which this person had given. When we went there, we saw that there's no factory at all in that area. So then we realized that, okay, that we have got into a soup, and we tried to approach the police. We tried to track him down and all that. In that process, we lost around 30, 45, almost 2 months we wasted in that. That was when I had a chat with father, and my dad was like, Ayush, you guys have planned to do something, and somewhere you guys have fallen back, but don't hold yourselves back. Go ahead and do whatever you had planned. And then we planned to cut short our budget, and with the existing resources, we just went ahead and launched.
Okay.
So somewhere that mentorship or that guidance that father gave at that point in time was very crucial. Probably we would have been behind that guy, and we could have never found him, and the Sharma wouldn't have happened if we would have just left things there.
Yes.
So I think I'm really grateful to father, or to dad, for that.
Sir, what are your struggles and challenges you face as an entrepreneur?
Struggles and challenges are every day. So the business environment is very dynamic, to be honest.
Yes.
The initial phase of business, so say, for example, for us, the initial challenges had set up that had set out day one of operations itself, where the person who was supposed to turn up for serving the shawarmas, the experienced shawarma master, he did not turn up. He did not turn up as committed. And we had everything set. We had the outlet set. We had all decorations, balloons, and all that. We had our shawarma stacked on the machine. But we didn't have the shawarma master to start serving.
Okay.
And unfortunately, and then that time, so what happened is, this person who had committed to come, he said, no, I'll need some more time. And he said, I may come after a week's time. Then we decided that, okay, Just Shawarma, day one of Just Shawarma should not go like this, where we planned that we will start, and then due to some issues, if we are not able to start, we just let it go. And then we decided that, okay, whatever it is, let's just go ahead and roll the outlet. We tried our best, but it was really tough, like, honestly, because we've never been experienced to making shawarma, etc. All of us tried, we burnt our hands, everything, it didn't happen. Day one, then what happened is, we went to, so there were few people whom we were talking while we were starting this business, that how to do shawarmas, what is the concept and all that. When we were doing the market study, there was one guy who was really kind, who had a store in Maruti Nagar, Madiwala. We went to him, and I told him that, Ika, there was this issue, like, we had arranged for somebody, he did not turn up. Today is the first day of operation that we had planned. Chief guest, so it was outside Big Bazaar. So we went ahead and we invited the Big Bazaar store manager to come and do the ribbon cutting and all that.
Okay.
So it's a bad scene, right, if you're not able to operate. So this guy, this Ika, was really kind to come down. So he had a worker at the store. He said, okay, Ayush, you do one thing, you take my shawarma guy. I will manage the store here. You take my shawarma guy, he will help you today, for today. And then, so like, I mean, so the message here is that, when you are in an issue, if you have to find a way out, if you look around, there is always a way out. Like, for us, it was this person who offered to help us. And that day one, he came and he did the shawarmas for us. We did almost 150 shawarmas day one itself, because of the help of this guy, this person's kindness. That was day one for us. Day one, then we took it as a challenge, and from this person who was doing shawarmas at our outlet, we learned how to do it. Day two, we did not trouble him again, because if somebody is offering a help, you can't take that for granted and kind of keep the person in the loop, right? So we learned it from this person on day one, and from day two we ourselves managed. I did shawarmas at the outlet, and I did around 100 shawarmas day one, burnt my hands and everything, but somehow we served all the customers. And I think whoever tasted shawarmas that day, what I had made, nobody would have come back ever. but but somehow we managed. Then another 3 days we had to continue it by ourselves, and then uh, the guy who had committed, he came and then he took over the operations from there.
Okay. So starting it and you had a great failure and you bounced back from there. And today Just Shawarma is having more than 26 outlets in Bangalore. So as you said, this business environment is very dynamic. So according to you, what do you think is important for an entrepreneur to stay successful in this business environment?
Good question, Anusia. So point number one is you need to be really flexible in terms of when you're seeing things changing. You have to be dynamic enough to be able to understand what's happening in the market and adapt accordingly. Now, for example, for us, when, as you said rightly, we had scaled up to 31 outlets, and today we are operating at 14. I mean, we had gone down to 11 locations.
Okay.
And then, I mean, during that COVID time, all our outlets within the tech parks, within corporate, all our corporate outlets, we had a kiosk at the airport as well.
Okay.
All that had to be shut because, as you know, that work from home culture kicked in, and there was no travel during COVID time, and also that time we felt it's a wiser decision to say not continue operations at those locations. From those 11 stores, then we came back. We did 3 more. We restarted 3 of our outlets, and then now we have opened 1 outlet in Mysore as well. So as the business dynamics changed, we had to adapt. Another point is, initially when we had started, it was a high walk-in business wherein all customers used to come visit the outlets and take shawarmas, which used to be high margin for us as well. Then the market evolved to something where the Swiggy Zomato era happened, where there are now food deliveries are something that's ruling the market. So we had to kind of 1 second, sorry, I'm getting a call. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so we had to adapt to that. We restructured our menu in a way, we did the pricing in a way, we did a pricing strategy in a way that, despite, so we pay almost 27% commission to these Swiggy, Zomato delivery partners. So this 27%, which used to be our profit in our pocket, that went off from our pockets, it went to Swiggy, Zomato's pocket. So that was a time when the ROI of the business took a hit. But we had to re-strategize, we had to work on increasing revenues, and then we continued the game. So we had to do certain different pricing strategies. We did some discount pricing strategies, etc., to double our revenues, which worked. So that's how the market scenario is, and accordingly we are adapting to it.
Okay. Sir, what are the strengths and the weaknesses of an entrepreneur, sir?
Strengths and weaknesses, not only for an entrepreneur, but all of us, we have our strengths and weaknesses. So I believe you should be able to realize and you should be able to be open enough to yourselves to understand that, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. And initially, believe me, when you're starting the business, you can't count on anybody. It could be your mentors, your father, your friends, your partners, nobody. If you have to do it all by yourself, you have to do it. Because if, for example, if you are an entrepreneur and if something has moved you, and if you are pitching a concept, okay, then the responsibility is on you to make it work. Now you can probably crib that, oh my god, my team is not supporting, or my things are not as planned and all that, but end of the day, it's on you. So you have to be all in. You have to make sure that you are ready to do whatever it takes. It could be maybe doing shawarmas, cleaning the outlet, being in your uniforms, small things, but these things really matter.
Yes.
And if you are not all in, your team will never be all in. If you as an individual, you are thinking that, oh, if he does or she does, then I will do, it will not work for the best, right?
Yes.
During the journey, you need to be open so that you understand what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. For me, my strength was always building the team, um, keeping the team together, um, and in terms of, in my team, my strength, I believe, is in terms of hustling and getting things done no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
So I've stuck to that, and all our other team members were equally people who have put their heart and soul, and they had their strengths. In terms of, Nilesh has got a very quirky marketing mind. He's somebody who's very good with strategy as well. Gautam, who joined our business, so he was initially, so Gautam is a friend, he was with me at Christ. Initially, he was there in terms of the inception time as a friend to support us. Then he happened to move to Bahrain to pursue his career, where he was also working in the finance team for one of the corporations there, who were managing almost 25 outlets of McDonald's. So he came back with a lot of experience, which added to us in terms of finance, in terms of structuring the business, in terms of processes. So today, Just Shawarma is at a stage where we are expanding. We are looking at collaborating with a company to accelerate our growth.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, all our outlets are standardized in terms of the processes. Every shawarma is tracked in terms of how much grams of chicken goes out into each shawarma. The process is standardized to that extent. Every shawarma bill is tracked. Every inventory that goes into the outlet is tracked. So these processes are really important. Like, you can have the vision to take the brand globally, etc., but these processes are really important.
Okay. Sir, so when you started Just Shawarma, obviously you would have had the plan that if it is shawarma, Just Shawarma should be the go-to brand for the people. So, what do you think? Today there are many shawarmas have come up, and so what do you think makes Just Shawarma unique from other shawarmas?
See, your questions are very good. This, I feel, is like an investor presentation. So for us, honestly, see, we were the first movers in the market when we started Just Shawarma as a brand in the year 2014. The journey now, it has been almost 8 years and counting. When we started the brand, there was nobody to say we had in the market, like we can say that, who had identified shawarma as a standalone product which can, say, propel a QSR space, or propel a whole QSR restaurant, propel the whole QSR chain. We were the first ones to identify that, okay, like, if there are cuisines and if there are brands, so shawarma always used to be like an add-on to all the items that you get in a restaurant. But we were the ones who gave a lot of highlight and spotlight to shawarmas that it deserved. We were the ones who started that. We were the ones who bought in varieties in shawarma initially. We were the ones who bought Malgoom shawarma. What I was telling you, Gautam is the one who had proposed that variety, Malgoom shawarma, which is something that's from the Bahrain. We were the ones who started whole meat shawarma, which was apparently more quantity of chicken and no veggies. These things were what worked to our advantage in the initial phase, but we can't keep uh, ourselves comfortable stating that, oh, we were the ones who started first, so always we will have that brand. We have a brand name in the market today because we were the first ones to start that. But beyond that, continuously, be it our kind of the marketing that we have done with the brand, be it the way we've marketed our products, be it the importance we gave to packaging. So our packaging is something that's also very unique in terms of it retains the heat. Like, today, when the delivery market is evolved, if you need to get the right experience of shawarmas, the packaging has to be well taken care. We invested into R&D and we figured out a good packaging wherein the temperatures are maintained even during deliveries.
Okay.
Then, as I mentioned to you, the processes. So today, if Just Shawarma, we say ourselves, or we call ourselves a brand, the brand is backed by a lot of processes. As I mentioned, be it inventory tracking, be it standardized products, we are a brand that is ready to be scaled. So since we have the vision to take the brand across the globe, we have given a lot of importance to these processes, these systems, these audits. So that is what differentiates us. And also another differentiator for us is the importance that we give to our people. In our team, if you see members who had joined initially, there are very few who are not able to continue with us due to some personal reasons or some issues. But most of our team members have always stayed with us, and they are the ones who are kind of brand ambassadors and building the brand for us. So we give a lot of importance to uh, our team, and the team working together to build the brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, how do you market your business, sir?
For us, marketing, the major marketing for us, how it happened is through the number of outlets, to be very honest. As you guys mentioned, no, like the number of outlets that we scaled up to 31 outlets, it gave us a crazy presence in Bangalore. Like today, we have become like a name or a brand for shawarmas in Bangalore, because we had a massive brand recall. That is, say, if you are in Kormangla, you will see the shawarma. If you go to Hebbal, we have an outlet. You go to Jayanagar, we had an outlet. I mean, Jayanagar, we still have an outlet. Airport, we had an outlet. Basveshwar Nagar, we have an outlet. So this brand recall has really helped us in terms of our marketing and in terms of placing our products. Then the kind of quirky campaigns that we had done initially, now we are on a little in terms of in the back foot in terms of, say, the kind of marketing that we used to do on our social media, because our EBITDA or our profit margins have become quite narrow compared to what we were doing before. So we pulled back a little on our social media campaigns, etc.
Okay.
But those quirky campaigns and all that we had done initially, outlet level campaigns which we used to do, that those had kind of created an impact in the customer's mind. And in the uh, short near future, we're going to continue with those kind of campaigns as well.
Okay. So I don't know if having the name Just Shawarma, this question will be right. So do you have any plan of diversifying your product line or bringing new innovations into the business?
Anusia, so as I was mentioning, now the market is very dynamic. Okay, there is a lot of changes that's happening in the market. The trend is really changing. The business has become now something where we have to give a lot of focus to our revenues. Today, if you are not doing a 7 to 10 lakh revenue, then there is no fun or there is no substantial ROI from the business, because as I mentioned, the margins have narrowed because of the delivery partners coming in.
Yes.
So that is one side of the story. One side, we want to focus on Just Shawarma dedicatedly, because the vision that we have for Just Shawarma is really huge. Okay, so we don't want to divert our focus from Just Shawarma.
Okay.
But within Just Shawarma, we have done some additions. Like in between, we had bought something like a Syrian style shawarmas.
Okay.
That is, we used to make it on the tawa. Then we had bought in wings, barbecue wings, etc. on the tawa. We pulled back on the tawa because of the higher operational overheads it was adding up. Now we are relaunching wings, which is like peri peri, and we're launching wings with barbecue sauce and all that. This we will do with the deep fryers itself, so that does not add to our operational costs.
Okay.
So product innovation within the brand is a continuous process. We've been doing certain things. We have our own beverages now.
Okay.
We have combos now.
Okay.
So that way the product portfolio for the brand has evolved. At the same time, we are also looking at creating multiple brands to capture each customer segment in terms of shawarmas. So we want to be synonymous as the company, because we understand the shawarma game very well now. But there are different customer segments where Just Shawarma today is placed. We are placed as a sub premium brand category, or that is where, with the funding or collaboration that we are planning now, that's where we are planning to place Just Shawarma as a brand. At the same time, we are also going to launch shawarma brands for the pocket friendly segment, or for the local market as well, which is going to be priced at, say, 70, 75. With that, we will capture the bottom of the pyramid.
Okay.
Then we are also planning a brand which is going to be a premium brand selling shawarmas. So
Okay.
this way we will capture each of the customer segments in terms of the shawarma space. That's our strategy with the shawarmas. Apart from that, we are also looking at bringing in one brand. So what happens now when you are doing, or when you're taking up a space, say for example, if you're taking up a space in Kormangla, there are larger spaces always available, like say 500 square feet outlets are always available. For just shawarma, we just need 150 square feet space. So now what happens is because of lack of utilization of space, we lose out on a lot of good real estate like that. So now what we're planning is, say the front part or the front area of the outlet, 150 square feet, will dedicate it to just shawarma, and the rear parts we will use it for other brands that we have.
Okay.
So my sister, my partner sister, she's got a brand in uh, desserts, which is by the name Cuckoo's Cookies.
Okay.
She does amazing cookies, premium gourmet cookies, and cakes and stuff. So we are looking to bring that also under our umbrella, and we will divide outlets. We'll divide the outlets in a way that we are able to utilize these brands, and we will do that in the cloud kitchen space.
Okay.
We're also planning a brand for Asian or Chinese cuisine as well.
Okay, sir.
So quite a lot of things happening like that in terms of product portfolio and brand portfolio.
So the last question. So as an entrepreneur, what do you think is your contribution to the society?
I believe the major contribution is in terms of the number of employees that we are able to employ within our brand.
Okay, sir.
Somewhere I was very inspired initially. So during our college times and all, Empire used to be one hotel. Like if you're in Bangalore, Empire is something that everybody knows, right?
Yes, sir.
So Hotel Empire, when I used to enter, I used to see how many people they employ, at one restaurant of theirs. It is mad. Like if you enter the restaurant, there's like so many people on the reception, so many people as serving food, so many people in the kitchen. I used to love. Yeah. So what I was mentioning was that, so I believe the employment that we are able to provide as a brand is something I believe is a major contribution that we are able to do to society. And one thing we always proudly say is that we pay our team living wages, or we pay them much beyond what the market pays.
Okay.
Why we do that is because we believe that they need to be taken care well, so the brand is taken care well. We believe that they are our first people, more than our customers. Although we are a brand which gives a lot of importance to customers as well, but if we have to prioritize, we'll prioritize our team first, because if they are taken care well and if they are happy, then ultimately the customers are served well and customers are also happy.
Yes.
So we keep them happy, since our team is also, so say at each of our outlet we just need 2 to 3 people to manage a store. So although it's a small team, it's a closely knit team. We go beyond our process, at times we go beyond our structure, or beyond our the policies. We go out of our way to do things for our team. So that is something that we are kind of happy with, and we are happy with what we are doing in terms of giving back to the society. That I believe is the impact that we are able to have, and the culture that we are driving in the organization. Somewhere we when members are joining us and becoming a part of the team, we don't follow a hire and fire policy. We don't follow a policy where they are pressurized or stressed to work. We work with them closely, and we believe that they, as citizens or individuals, they are taking that forward to their families and to the society like that.
So thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time. And it was not just like getting to know, but it is more like motivating, and it inspires us a lot, sir. So thank you so much for your time and giving us this, sir.
Thank you, Anusha. It was great talking to you guys. As I mentioned, this was, for me, I felt it's like an investor pitch. So now we are in the process of getting our business funded. So we've been lately doing a lot of investor presentations and stuff. So your questions were very much on point. Appreciate
you,
your thought process. Great.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Superb. So I hope one of your classmates or you guys yourselves, you guys start something of your own, and someday you drop a message to me stating that, okay, after having a chat and after listening through your story, we were able to start something of our own. So anytime you guys want to reach out for anything, you can hit me up on Instagram or LinkedIn. I'm always available.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, guys. Thank you.